designer, soft and what do you have? You ugly. You out of.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. He was a walking highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Bears and the Pats under the lights on Monday night.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. A beautiful spin and room to run. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Here's Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Second down and goal. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's third and goal now.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Well, that was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his 2nd season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the 1st round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week.
12 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the... And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Forced out to his left.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Flushed out right.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chase Claypool
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
New England's offense set to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Dominique Robinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Russell Wilson, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over first and 10.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive first and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's going to let it go again. Touchdown, Bears! Chase Claypool with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Jones on the keeper.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail. Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney
from 6 yards away.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one,
Well, their defense has really struggled. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones setting up the screen. Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Dominique Robinson.
Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. On the return is Pettis. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up.